Morning, friends. Pastor Al, Thursday, February 20th. Okay, February 20th. So, how's your water walking faith endurance? So why do we have to have endurance? Well, because life is long and we go through a lot of stuff, and so you have to have endurance. When Peter was walking on the water, uh, Jesus kind of said, "Hey, when he began to sink, uh, Jesus said, don't you remember just yesterday? I did this big miracle. How come your faith is so weak?" And that faith, it needs to endure for the long haul. It needs to endure through struggles and through disappointments and through all those things in life. And so that's why we need to remember those times when God has touched our lives. Remember those moments, and that will encourage us as we face the trials and the struggles of life. And look in the Bible, there's many different characters you could look at that had enduring water walking faith. And I think about Joseph in Genesis. As a teenager, he had these dreams, and ultimately the dreams were that his family would bow down to him. Now, he didn't understand that at the time, but that was that dream, and God put it in his heart. Well, we know that his brothers were jealous of him. They sold him into slavery. He ended up serving Potiphar in his house in Egypt. And then Potiphar's wife accused him of trying to molest her. He got thrown in prison. And, he always received God's blessing and God's favor in these situations. And yet he still hadn't experienced that dream that God was, told him was going to happen. And it was around 15 years or so later that he finally was called up to became second in command of all of Egypt in order that he might help save the people because of the drought. But he remembered those dreams, and that was his anchor, and that helped him to endure. And he had to endure the hardship and the struggles of life, and so do you and I. And how do we do that? With our water walking faith. It helps us to endure. So, never forget those moments that God has touched your life and how he will continue to do so. Have a blessed day, my friends.